Okay, so we don't have much trouble solving an equation of this form, getting it down to here, although we have to be really careful about the details. Like the 5 doesn't go down here, the 1 goes down here, right? And 9 minus 20 is negative 11, not 11, okay? So we want to be really careful about details, and as I say, always check your work. Always plug your results back into your equation and see if it's right, because you'll learn much faster and much better, and you'll be more attentive to details that might cause you to have to go back and rework it. Okay? Okay, so okay, why can't we do the square root of negative 11?
Because you can't.
Square root is a number you multiply by itself to get the number. There's no number you can multiply by itself to give you negative 11,
Right.
because there's no number you can multiply by itself to give you a negative.
Right.
If you multiply a negative by a negative, you get a positive. If you multiply two positives, you get a positive, right?
Right.
Or 0,
Yeah.
if you multiply 0 by 0, but you cannot get negative. So you have to understand okay, no square could be negative. There's no real number you can square. Now, I could have written that down in more detail, but you should understand reasonably well what this means, okay? But we do know that negative 11 can be written as negative 1 times 11. Okay? And we know from what we did very early in the term, then, you know, you did very well with. That this can be written, that the square root of a product is the square root of one number times the square root of the other. Okay? And the square root of negative 1 is I. So we have the square root of I times, we have I times the square root of 11. So there we have it. Now, if you use a calculator to approximate this, because I think what you have there says approximate it to 3 significant figures. Now, I can't tell you what the square root of 11 is to 3 significant figures, but I can tell you it's between 2.3 and 2.4, okay?
Okay.
So maybe this is maybe it's about this. I can't give you 3 significant figures, but I'm saying it's about 2.3, right?
Okay.
And 3.3, not 2.3. Okay? If we want to put it into decimal form, then it's about negative 1.5 plus or minus. I'm saying that's going to probably, when we divide the actual square root of 11 by 2, it's going to be just a little more than half of 3.3, which would be 1.6. So it's probably going to come out like 1.7. Okay?
Okay.
3.3 squared, I think it's 10.89. Okay?
Yeah.
They just squared it as a binomial. It'll be 9 plus 1.8 plus 0.09, yeah. Okay, so I think that's right.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
That's what you do every time. And of course, that's another thing. You got to do 10 or 20 problems of this nature before you even begin to get used to the process, okay?